evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everybody, and welcome.
So much for being here. You know, there are so many people I want to thank here tonight. There's so many people, but if I could, and if you could please give a round of applause. My family is the only reason that I'm able to do this. Thank you so much. I love all of you. If I could introduce them. A couple of years ago, she got involved in my life in the middle of a very challenging campaign. I'm not sure why she didn't run for the hills, but my best friend, the love of my life, my wife, Tina. Thank you. And in her arms, and in the arms of my father next to her, are my two beautiful children, Sophie and Emma. I love you. Also up here, I know she wants to be introduced because I was holding her last year during this. She was a little younger than now she's getting so old. My brother, my sister-in-law, Billy and Anat, and their two beautiful children, Tali and Jonah, are up here as well. You guys, thank you so much for being here. And of course, my parents, Barry and Barbara Zirkin. I can tell you, 14 years ago when we started this whole political campaign, there were exactly 2 people who were willing to vote for me at that point in time. And they were my parents, and they had no choice, I think. I think they voted for me, but Barry and Barbara Zirkin, you guys, thank you so much. And there's a senator that's here. I hope he's still here because he's a wonderful, wonderful individual. When I first got elected to the Senate just a couple of years ago, Senator Ed DeGrange took me under his wing. He's the chairman of my subcommittee, the chairman of the Budget Capital Committee, very important man in this state. And he traveled all the way from Anne Arundel County to be here. Ed DeGrange, thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence tonight. You know, tonight's not a night to talk a lot of politics, but I do want to say a couple things. You know, we're in a very, very challenging budget year. I don't have to tell anybody that. These are tough economic times, and we have worked very hard over the last couple of years to manage a very hard budget, and we'll be back there again this year to do the same. In the last 3 years, we've cut more from this budget than in any previous administration in the history of Maryland. These are hard times, but I hope that we're being fiscally responsible, and we're going to have to do it again this year. We're going to tighten those belts, but we will get through this. The economy is starting to turn the corner. But despite those bad times, there are some great things going on in the state. Just yesterday, and I know there's a lot of people in this room that care about this, just yesterday, in our 11th district, there's a 300-acre parcel of property called Rosewood. It is a very big challenge for us, and just yesterday, the state of Maryland declared that land surplus and also decided by declaration that Stevenson University is to be sold that property. They are planning on making that a park and field, and it's a wonderful project. It's a lot of work by a lot of people in this room. On issues like juvenile justice and public safety, and I see Cheryl Boast here from the Teachers Association. You know, education is very important to all of us. We have a lot of challenges down there. Now, Cheryl's a wonderful, wonderful person who I love dearly. If you see the yellow scarf she's wearing around her neck, she's a Steelers fan, but we're not going to hold that against her. But I do want to say, Cheryl, I support education, always have. It's my top priority. But I'm a little happy to see you, just a little sad today. The Ravens did knock your Steelers out of the playoffs a couple days ago. Now, everybody, listen, we can talk a lot about politics, but this is a big room and this is a party tonight. I do want to say thank you to one group of individuals here. Look around this room. Have you ever been to a political fundraiser with more teens and 20-somethings? Look at the young people in this room. This is incredible. And when I say that, because a couple of the older lobbyists mentioned to me they couldn't believe they felt like grandparents out here with all the young people here. And I told them, look around this room. These are the foot soldiers of the best campaign in the state of Maryland. And you guys are the reason that we were able to do what we do. Thank you all so much. So as Andy said, in this election season, please go to the website, sign up, get a bumper sticker, get a lawn sign. Get involved in these campaigns, not just mine. Andy talked about the 3 sitting judges. There is no more important campaign in Baltimore County than electing the 3 sitting judges that came up here before. This is an important campaign and we're with you. And speaking of elections, I have one more thing to say. If Vicki Almond is in this room, would she please come to the front? If Vicki Almond is here, please give me a round of applause for Vicki Almond. If I could have everybody's attention for a second, this is very important. For 3.5 years, if I could have everybody's attention just for one more minute. For 3.5 years in the state Senate and for 8 years in the House of Delegates, I have had one person who has been with me from the very beginning, besides my family who had no choice. And that is this woman right here. She's one of the biggest community activists in my area. She took me under her wing when I was just a 25-year-old running for the House of Delegates, wet behind the ears. Vicki was Dana Stein's campaign manager in the last election, successful campaign for one of the best members of the House of Delegates, and Vicki became my chief. I was honored when I was first elected to the Senate. Vicki Almond became my chief of staff. If I did anything well for constituents, if I helped you with something, if I was one of those senators who got back to you on time and did something for a constituent, I'd like to take the credit, but it was Vicki Almond who made it happen for me. A couple of days ago, I am sad to say that Vicki stepped down as my chief of staff. And I'm very happy to say that Josh Wolf, who put this incredible event together, is stepping up. What you didn't know, though, was the reason that Vicki Almond stepped down as my chief of staff. I know that Councilman Bartenfelder is here, and my councilman, Kevin Kamenetz, is here, running for county executive. I'm sure they're going to declare at some point in time. And when that happens, I'm really proud. I cannot think of anyone that I know who will be a better county council person to fill the shoes of Kevin Kamenetz, to be a partner in county government. I know she's going to be great. When she announces, this woman's going to be running for the county council, and we are so proud of that. Thank you, Vicki, for wanting to serve. And so my last words are, again, first of all, my last words about Vicki is thank you. John Carden, from Dan Moorheim, from Dana Stein, and from myself, for everything you have done for us. Thank you. And for the rest of you, my last comment is, thank you, all of you. Without your help, I would not be able to be standing here tonight. 12 years ago, we started this. We won an election by 98 votes just a few short years ago, and look where we've come now. Thank you all so much. Stick around. Have a good time tonight. Thank you all for being here.